What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another video. This is one of the longest episodes of the subreddit I've ever made. It took a crazy long time, and man, I hope you guys enjoy it. Weight requirements for 6 foot 2 inch tall male. 209 pounds for 6'2 person. Are you now 6'2? You were just 6'0. Gary, Air Force Recruiting Service. Listen, Dalen Love. What kind of a name is Dalen? Dalen Love. You're not Captain America. Stop lying on a recruitment form. The other day I was flying my drone and I came across this. On Google Maps, yeah, they forgot to mention that their drone was actually a satellite. Everyone meet my dog Charlie, the greyhound whom I rescued. Yeah, her name's Bunny, and you're not Jenna Marbles. $660, $280, $550 for food? This is crazy. What menu items are these? A total of $9,370? Man says 10 racks on food like it's no big deal. Boy, that's pesos. I googled this restaurant. Heck out of here. Or by current conversion rates, his dinner is worth $489.30 US. Not exactly worth a flex. Single women's title? Miss. Married woman's title? Mrs. Unknown woman's title? Miss. Married man's title? Mr. Single man's title? Mr. Unknown man's title? Mr. Because a woman only has status if she is married. Think about it. Add an apostrophe to Mrs. equals Misters. Think about it. And then go throw up. Actually, that's entirely incorrect. For men in the UK and in other English-speaking countries, Master is used for boys under 18. Example, Master John Smith. When he becomes a man, he gets the title Mr. The women's title structure is similarly designed. Miss refers to a girl typically, where Mrs., short for mistress, the female equivalent of Mr., not Misters as you suggest, is for a married woman. In the early 20th century, however, Miss was reintroduced specifically to give unmarried women a title that wasn't as insulting as calling an adult woman Miss or an unmarried one Mrs. Today, Miss is usually used by adult women of married, unmarried, or divorced status and has become a generic term which is safe to use if unsure about her preferred title. Next time, fact check before you go on the offensive. There are really worthy causes out there which need help and attention, but historically inaccurate styles of address isn't really one of them. People who argue for the same thing that you want but do it in a stupid, easily defeatable way is one of the most irritating things ever because it undermines the movement as a whole just because this person happens to be an idiot. This is a mine where lithium is extracted for electric car batteries. This is an oil sands site in Alberta. Tell me more about how your electric car is better for the environment. Hey man, this is not a lithium mine. It's Escondida copper mine in Chile, and it's not an oil sands mine or plant, it's a drilling rig. This meme is misinformation. Okay, first of all, obviously, don't get your information from memes that you can't at all fact check, and second of all, it's kind of funny, the drilling rig looks kind of like a skinny penis. My cat, love you. Oh my god, that's adorable. But this is not your cat. His name is Horsiko, and he's an Instagram famous cat. Please stop lying for karma. We see catfishers all the time lying that they're famous people, but famous cats? That's a first. Served a table at work today, and I'm dead serious when I say the greeting went like this. Hey ladies, how we doing? Girl looks at me with a low-key glare. I saw one of your tweets recently. Me. Was I naked? Girl. Yeah, me. Nice, you want a margarita? The question is, when all's said and done, which one of them is going to be getting the tip? My 14-year-old daughter cuts her wrists. What should I do? Wow, David, what a situation you are facing. And here you are, only 13 years old. I am 13 years old. Why do so many adults tell me that they wish they were my age again? I want to be an adult already. Still, I'm not calling you out on this, as you clearly have either a TARDIS or a DeLorean. Earlier, you were 15. I am 15 years old. Why do so many adults say that growing up is a trap? So here's an idea. Use your time machine to go back earlier in your daughter's life and try to work out how to be a better father to her. Or at least speak to her, get to know her, and try to anticipate whatever problem she's going to face in her future. You might also want to do the same thing for your 17-year-old daughter. She also clearly needs help. My 17-year-old daughter says she will do as much drugs as she wants and I can't do anything about it. What should I do? And your 15-year-old. I see cut scars on my 15-year-old daughter. What should I do? Of course, on the off chance that you are not the doctor or Dr. Emmett L. Brown, then you are happy to attempt to monitorize the Quora Partner Program by trivializing such serious issues, and you deserve reporting and banning. At the end of this, the commenter references the Quora Partners Program, and I talk about the program itself and some of the problems that it raises on the site in my previous video on the same subreddit, so if you're interested, I'll link that down below. Fort my coworker and I made while another coworker was gone. Are you kidding me? I made that fort months ago at my work. Edit, here's another picture of the fort from a different angle. Oh, now that's just low. Lying about a cat is one thing, lying about a celebrity and adding them, stupid, but another thing. Lying about a man's cardboard fort? Well, that's too far. Hi, how are you doing? Well, you? I'm fine. I'm Deborah. Okay. I deals with buying and selling of antiques and some other fabric wares. I own my job and I named my firm Royal Wardrobe for both unique men and ladies collection, which really makes me travel a lot through all over the continent. Your sentence is a copy and paste from that scam thread. The lack of effort on these scammers makes it almost even more sad when people still fall for it. I'll spoil the ending for you. The check they send is gonna be bad, you don't want to give them any money back for shipping because, well, that's real money and their check is gonna bounce, and Deborah is, well, she's a guy, so. People often ask me what the difference is between this subreddit and r/ThatHappened, and well, the difference is, in this subreddit, people get called out for their lies. That's kind of the point of it. r/ThatHappened, people are just saying unbelievable things, so I'm about to turn r/ThatHappened post into this subreddit by calling them out myself. Weirdest homophobic entitled mom. So today I was just riding my bike down to the local grocery store and it was raining, but the sun was still out, so there was a rainbow. I'm just riding past these two mums and I hear one of them say, "Why the heck does the government want our kids to become gay by making these rainbows in the sky?" Yeah, weirdest one for me yet. Average biking speed is 9.6 miles per hour, average walking speed is 3.1. Relative speed of 12.7 miles per hour if we are to assume that they're moving in opposite directions. For the sake of OP's argument, however, let's assume they're moving in the same direction or have a relative speed of 6.5 miles per hour. The average talking voice has a sound pressure of between 60 and 70 decibels, a number that decreases to less than 50 decibels after 12 feet. Let's assume OP is somewhere urban but not too busy. Not on the streets of New York, but still somewhere commercial enough to have a grocery store. That comes with a sound pressure of between 50 and 60 decibels, accounting for regular road noise and the like. OP is traveling at 9.53 feet per second relative to the women walking, meaning that once she passes them, she will exceed 12 feet of distance in about 1.26 seconds. If we assume that the rain OP mentioned constitutes a sound pressure of 50 decibels, ambient road and location noise of around 55 decibels, and any wind noise that may be generated by OP's speed from helmet air resistance, etc., it would take less than 24 feet for OP to fall well out of earshot, even if the entitled mums mentioned were talking at an elevated volume of 76 decibels, falling to only 48 decibels by the time OP had traveled 24 feet. With a generous average relative speed of 6.5 miles per hour, or 9.53 feet per second, OP would have 2.51 seconds to hear a phrase that took me about 6.5 seconds to say, by which point OP and her bicycle would have traveled a very wet 62 feet. If we are to generalize audio masking and our ambient noise levels, a sum of 56.2 decibels when converted from their logarithmic form, the speaking would have to be 5 to 15 decibels more intense than the ambient noise to be readily understood, meaning that even at a low end of 5 decibels over 56.2, a shouting mum at 88 decibels from 1 foot away would be inaudible before 6.5 seconds passed, and a raised voice would fall below 61 decibels by the time OP was only 6 feet away. a distance traveled in 0.63 seconds, or about a tenth of the time needed to recite the phrase OP claims to have overheard. But at the end of the day, literally none of that matters, because the post got 2.8 thousand upvotes. Could it have been said? Yes. Could it have been said as a joke? Absolutely. Is my math overgeneralized? Also yes. Does that mean it's not fun to dissect these posts? Nah, it's still fun. WTF moment at work. Customer asked me how I stay in shape. Me, I eat a lot of celery and peanut butter. Oh, you're lying, you do more than that. Goes to the kitchen where I have a box of celery and peanut butter. See? I told you. Laughs flirtatiously and touches my arm. Do you eat ass too? How the heck did we get from celery to eating ass? I see no connection. But OP, the customer did not doubt that you eat lots of celery and peanut butter. She simply said you must do more than that. Your quote-unquote box of celery has no power here. KFC drive-thru guy. Excuse me, did you just say 7 chicken and waffle sandwiches? Me. Yes. KFC guy, I'm quitting. Someone else take this damn order. According to Business Insider, a chicken and waffle sandwich at KFC is $5.99, which means his total order before tax would be $41.93. That's not a particularly large fast food order and definitely not something that any employee would freak out about. My daughter has decided to wear her pajamas into Walmart. Everyone in the store gave her a standing ovation. Aside the fact that her daughter is a kid, aside the fact that it's Walmart and that literally no one would care, the fact that OP says everyone gave her a standing ovation raises the question, what, were they sitting while shopping before? Haha, well that was a new one. While grocery shopping, a woman approached me and asked if she could get some legal advice as she assumed I was a lawyer. Funny what some suspenders and a bow tie can do. See guys, boys can also be quirky, it's not just the girls. If you want to wear a bow tie and suspenders, go for it. You rock that look, kid. But you don't have to make up stories about people saying that you're a lawyer just to reaffirm the fact that you should be allowed to wear a bow tie and suspenders. Not many people care. Pizza delivery guy literally just gave me a $16 order to me for free because he liked my Lord of the Rings t-shirt. Being a nerdy girl pays off sometimes. Yeah, actually, that man had been confused for a lawyer earlier in the day because he was wearing a bow tie and suspenders. My prof handed me back my essay on lesbians in literature, gave me an A, and then we had sex in her office. Told you she was gay. Yep, she's gay and now she's fired for inappropriate conduct. So I'm standing in line to get a smoothie at the mall, wearing jeans and a pretty tight form-fitting shirt, and I notice a group of young college-aged girls staring at me. I felt a bit awkward, so to break the awkwardness, I made my pecs dance and gave a wink. The one girl dropped her coffee and everyone around laughed. I knew one day that talent would come in handy. Yes, you felt awkward about the situation, so you did something to draw even more attention to yourself. A classic move. Thank you for having me. Here's my story. I have memories of when I was 1 year old. One of the biggest memories I remember was a traumatic one. My 1.5-year checkup where I was given a combination vaccine. Went into a seizure that night. Mother panicked. I remember how she was on the phone. They were telling her to give me Tylenol, which my mother refused to, and I'm grateful of that. She took me into her arms and cradled me on her rocking chair. During that rocking, I had an out-of-body experience. See my body from above. Was in fear at first, but felt overpowered by a peaceful feeling with a light blue energy light to the left of me. Was given a message to tell them what happened to you. This is your task. And then return to my body. Are you seriously trying to be an anti-vax messiah? Oh no, commenter. They're just trying to be an anti-vax prophet. Big difference. Thank you to everyone who watched this video. Be sure to subscribe for more daily Reddit content. Drop a like if you liked the video, and I will see you all tomorrow.